Unit 5E, Part 2. And the question in 8 is, a researcher finds a negative correlation between blood pressure and the number of vacations that people take. Can you conclude that taking vacations lowers blood pressure? Propose other explanations for the correlation. Suggest some ways that the researcher could go about establishing causality, and refer to the 6 guidelines for establishing causality. And please, for these questions, look at page 359 and 362. Now, the correlation could be due to a common underlying cause, such as income. People with higher incomes tend to take more vacations, and also to have access to better health care and to a healthier diet. So we could look for a correlation between vacations and blood pressure among various groups: women, men, people of different incomes, ages, races, cultures, and lifestyles. We could find 2 groups which are alike in every respect except the number of vacations they take. Do those who take more vacations have lower blood pressure? Such groups may be difficult to find. People who take more vacations also tend to have access to better health care and to a healthier diet. Look for evidence that the greater the number of vacations, the lower the blood pressure. And 4, look for evidence that after other potential ways of lowering blood pressure have been accounted for, that the remaining cases occur among those who take many vacations. 5, conduct an experiment. This may be necessary because of the difficulties mentioned in 2. Now there's one more point here, and that's this. Continuing with 8, the researcher should try to determine the physical mechanism by which vacations could lower blood pressure. Now for 9, the question is, a researcher finds a positive correlation between the number of vacations and the incidence of autism. Can you conclude that vacations cause autism? Suggest some ways that the researcher could go about establishing causality. Refer to the 6 guidelines for establishing causality. And please see pages 359 and 362. Well, the researcher should not conclude that vacations cause autism without further research. Possible types of research are as follows. Look for a correlation between vaccinations and autism among various groups: male, female, people of different incomes, ages, races, cultures, and lifestyles. 2, find 2 groups which are alike in every respect except the number of vacations. Do those who have had more vacations have a higher incidence of autism? 3, look for evidence that the greater the number of vacations, the higher the incidence of autism. 4, look for evidence that after other potential causes of autism have been accounted for, that the remaining cases occur among those who receive many vaccinations. Conduct an experiment. Consideration should be given to whether this would be ethical. We have one more point to make here for question 9, and that's this. The researcher should try to determine the physical mechanism by which vaccinations could cause autism. Finally, for 10, a researcher finds a positive correlation between the amount of wine people drink and the number of friends they have. Which of the following statements must be true? More than one statement may be true. People who drink tend, on average, to have more friends. So A is our choice. Let's look at B. If a person starts drinking more wine, they are likely to find themselves with more friends. I don't think it said that. C, if a person stops drinking wine, they are likely to find themselves with fewer friends. I don't think we can conclude that either. If Anna has more friends than Pierre, she must drink more wine than Pierre. Well, perhaps. We don't know. Anyhow, that concludes 5E.